Hi, Mark here from Party in Your Garden, and today we're going to discuss whether you need flooring in your marquee. It's a very popular question, and people tend to think, oh, we don't need flooring, it's going to be in the summer, the grass is going to be quite firm, or actually my marquee's on a patio, I don't need flooring whatsoever, I've got a hard surface. Just a couple of points to think about, in particular with the marquee on patio. Strangely enough, we actually recommend flooring on a patio more than we actually do on grass, particularly if you're going to have your marquee attached to the house and it's going to be like another room. The reason being, what happens is, if it does rain, and that is quite a common occurrence unfortunately in our country, is the rain falls on the marquee roof, on the sides of the marquee, and then it will go back into the patio where the marquee is technically covered. And the reason why it does that is all patios do have a slight slope built into them naturally, and what that does in the winter time is prevent any ice from forming and being a bit slippery. But what that then does when it's raining during your event is then the rainwater then falls back on the high side on the patio and into the marquee itself. And in particular, if you're having it attached to the house, obviously that's a problem. Your guest feet are going to get wet, and then you'll be bringing that sort of dirt and mud back into the house. So it just creates a small problem after the event, and the house, particularly if you've got beige carpets, might not look particularly pleasing. So we always recommend flooring for any event, particularly if you're going to have the marquee attached to the house. Another thing to look for on marquee quotes as a comparison is to make sure they've included a hard floor. Running a carpet on the patio simply isn't good enough, because all the carpet does is soak the water up like a sponge, so you might as well have nothing. You need a hard floor, and what that does is raise the floor generally by about 1.5 inches, and the rainwater flows underneath the flooring itself. So again, you're going to get a hard dry surface. And even if the marquee's on grass, all grass tends to be a bit lumpy and a bit bumpy, and it's just a better experience for everyone if you've got something firm enough to walk on. Most hard flooring and carpet systems are firm enough to dance on, even in heels. So it will just feel like another room in a house and a proper venue. And again, having a marquee on grass tends to open up a couple of other issues. If you're having food and it's not floored, you tend to invite sort of insects and things crawling up on the table legs and onto the table itself, as they can smell the food. And it's one of those things you don't actually think about until it happens, and you think, yeah, I could have done with some flooring there just to prevent that from happening. And it's small things like the way things look. If the company you're particularly using on a quote is just running carpet on grass, again, it will follow the dips, and chair legs tend to dip into the grass because you haven't got something substantial to walk on. So all in all, flooring is definitely recommended on a marquee any time of year, in particular between October and March when it is cold, because again, the flooring will prevent things from getting wet, and it will also insulate the ground. You do tend to lose quite a lot of heat through the ground. So again, putting flooring on acts like a woolly hat. Putting like a woolly hat on in winter, it just insulates the whole thing. So all in all, flooring is typically our first recommendation we make. Not all of our marquees have flooring, and some clients do choose to go without it, but it's definitely number one recommendation that we decide to make. If you've got any questions about your event, I'd love to see how we can help. Get in touch with our team. There is a link below, and our phone number is all around the website. We'll be only too happy to help.